Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We're located in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. Today we're going to talk about one of the new Freightliners that we have on the lot. This is a 2023 Freightliner M2106. The conversion is Summit Hauler. This truck is actually the first of the 2023s. So as we take a look and admire it from the side, let's see some things that kind of jump out at us. First, as we take a look at the bed, we can see that it is predominantly flat. It doesn't have anything rising on the top like that, which will enable you to tow things not only behind the truck, but on the bed as well. As you can see, it comes with two storage components. As we take a look inside, we see that it is diamond plated. As well, it does have a hookup for an air hose. One thing we can notice from the side too is just the amount of lighting that comes with the truck. As you can see, it runs all the way there and along the middle as well. Underneath here is a battery trickle charger. When you would use that is if you're in your travels and say you're at a campsite, things like that, you can simply find a 110 outlet which will assist the batteries in maintaining power. It comes with two 50-gallon fuel tanks. There's one on each side. As the truck is sitting in rest, as it is now, that fuel balances itself out. However, when you go to fuel up your truck, you're going to want to do that independently. Furthermore, there's a 6-gallon depth tank underneath there, and you can get about 350 miles per 1 gallon of depth. As we take a look from the front view, and we'll start at the top and work our way down. This large windshield comes with 2,500 square inches of glass. So that, coupled with the fact that you're above traffic in your travels, makes visibility simply outstanding. As we take a look at the hood, this is made of compressed fiberglass. So that is a lot tougher than the pickup trucks. An example, a hailstorm came through, demolished the pickups. Well, you couldn't tell anything had happened to the Freightliners. As we come on down, tow hooks located here and here. In addition to that, the bumper is broken into 3 sections. So if we ding this up here, we can simply replace that section without having to replace the entire bumper. This truck is stock number 5N220985. As we take a look at the tires, we find Michelin 255 80R 22.5. One unique thing about the Summit Hauler conversion is this. That drum, those are tire balancers. So that has BBs and a little bit of hydraulic oil in it. So as you pick up speed and as you gain momentum, that balances the entire rotating mass. As we take a look under the hood, we find the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It is coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. This offers 360 horsepower and roughly 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. As you can see, things are color coordinated under here. So where we see the red, we're going to leave that for Freightliner mechanics. However, where we see yellow here and right across, those are things we can check in a pre-trip inspection. As we come on down, fuel water separator located here. power steering fluid here. And as we come on down further, if we do leave the lights on, something happens and we have to jump start the battery, we can do that right there instead of having to tear into the batteries to do it. As we take a look inside the driver's seat, both the driver and passenger seat are air, so that really makes things comfortable when you're in your travels. And you can adjust that air with this switch here. Furthermore, they are heated, which is what this button is for. This lets the air in and out of the back of the seat for the lumbar system. I can safely say that the Summit Hauler conversion offers the softest leather and the most comfortable seats on the market today. As we pan on forward, you can see a little pedal located there. So when you're sitting in the driver's seat, you press that pedal to help to adjust the steering wheel. Now this truck starts from the ground. So when you start your truck, you're going to want to turn the key about halfway. Let those gauges go all the way over and basically reset themselves, and then go ahead and start the truck. As we take a look at the back seat, that does make down into a bed. I have checked with the Division of Transportation, and once it's down, that does qualify as a bed. So now let's focus on the bed of the truck. You can have some other things done to this truck as well. An example would be, if you give me enough notice, we can have the back of this already lined and ready to go for you. Furthermore, you can put an additional accessory box on the bed. As you can see, there are 2 holes there already pre-drilled. So when you get that additional accessory box in, you can simply hook it up very simply. As we come on back, we can see that there's a trough built in right here. The reason for that is I've seen numerous trucks come in on trade that didn't have this and really had the back of this bed beat up. So that will just enable you to hook up your trailer easier. Now, a high percentage of my customers go on ahead and purchase what's called the Hensley hitch. Now that hitch is basically on air. This has 3 airbags underneath it. So when you're in your travels, you don't have metal grinding on metal. It's actually called the Trailer Saver hitch, and that can be either a 5th wheel or a gooseneck. It's very interchangeable and easy to maneuver. Right here is where you hook up lights for your trailer. As we come on down, it uses the Voyager system for the backup camera. So if you wanted to hook up a couple more cameras, you can simply plug those in right there. As we continue down, we see a hitch for a bumper pull trailer. Now I realize a lot of people that are looking at these are also comparing them to pickups. So let's talk about a couple of advantages the Freightliner has over the pickups. Well, I already showed you one. The visibility is much better in a Freightliner than a pickup. The second most important one is the braking system. This uses air brakes. Compare that to hydraulic, okay? Let's say we have a slight leak in each. Well, there's an unlimited supply of air. We can simply keep replenishing the air into the brakes until we have a chance to get that line fixed or replaced. Compare that to hydraulic. That oil is going to continue to leak out until you go to hit your brakes, and there's simply nothing there. So the brake advantage goes to Freightliner. And finally, one thing I would like to talk about is just from an economic standpoint. It's not uncommon at all to see pickups $100,000 or more. Well, you're going to go through 3-4 of those by the time you do this one Freightliner. So those are the main advantages between the Freightliner M2106s and a pickup. As we take a look inside the passenger seat, again, this is air, and here's where we make that adjustment. The seats here for heated, lumbar system there. Under here gives us access to the cab air filter. As we take a look here from the ground, you can simply see how much room and space is available. That, coupled with the fact that we have the most comfortable seats, makes those long trips really feel like nothing. Now let's crawl on in and take a closer look. Now, since we're in, we can look out and you can see exactly what I was talking about from the outside. See how large the windshield is, and see how we are higher than normal traffic. So we can see things coming at us from over there or over here. So safety advantage goes to this truck. Now, as we work, we'll come from left to right. You can see the backup camera located right there. As we come on down, this is an important one. This is the engine brake. So if we are towing a trailer and we're coming down a sharp decline, we're going to want to set that to high. So that isn't an exhaust brake, it's an engine brake. So basically you have 350 horses coming back at you. So that's going to slow everything down, which makes things safer for you and your family. But in addition to that, the other drivers on the road as well. This is the ARC trailer brake located here. We can see an automatic transmission. Right now we're in neutral with the brake on, but when we start your travel, simply push that in, R for reverse, D for drive, and we're on our way. Up here is cruise control, intermittent marker lights located right here. You've seen trucks on the road talking to each other. That is how you do it right here. This locks the differential right here. This is the fan that blows either hot or cold air into the back. If your trailer does require air, that's already lined and ready to go. That is what this is for here. In addition to that, mirror heaters located here. As we come on down, this dial is for the stereo. Climate control located here. I wanted to point out the dash real quick. We see how this dash wraps around and isn't flat. So when you're traveling, it's very easy to get to reach over to hit basically any of these buttons. Couple of cup holders located right here. And as we take a look at the console, we can see we're able to store a large amount of items there. So again, this is a brand new 2023 that we have on the market. If you have any other questions, please just call the number below. Thanks for tuning in today.